My parents bought my 12-year-old brother a car for my 16th birthday, then laughed when I begged for college help. So I live-streamed their abuse, let Grandpa cut them from the will, and turned their golden child's poison plot into a 25-year prison sentence. My parents treated me and Oscar like different species. On my 8th birthday, they threw Oscar a party instead because he deserved it more. When I turned 16, they gave Oscar a car. He was 12 and couldn't even reach the pedals. Why didn't I get anything? I asked. Oscar's happiness should be enough of a gift for you, my mom said. I was invisible to them. Years later, I got into college and asked them to cover 20% of tuition. My mom burst out laughing. Son, fuck off and figure it out yourself. My dad smirked. I still visited every holiday, teaching Oscar to drive the car that should have been mine, watching him open gifts I never received. When Oscar got accepted to community college, everything exploded. They threw him a massive party. During the toast, my dad announced they were paying his full tuition and bought him a house for the complete college experience. I couldn't take it anymore. I pulled the family upstairs, filming everything. What the actual fuck is wrong with you people? I screamed. My mom slapped me hard across the face, her ring scratching my cheek deep enough to draw blood. You can never be happy for anyone, she hissed. I posted the video everywhere. When it went viral, my grandparents saw it and threatened to cut my parents from their will unless they apologized immediately. After forced robotic apologies, my grandparents whispered, "We're still taking them out anyway. You deserve that apology." I laughed for the first time in years. I thought it was over. The next morning, I speed drove my grandmother to the hospital. Someone had poured industrial laxatives into her food. The doctor said 4 hours later, she would have died. I knew Oscar did it. Security footage showed Oscar sneaking into the kitchen during dinner, then slipping something into Grandma's water. Our investigator found Oscar's poison research online and traced substance purchases. When confronted, Oscar put on the performance of his life. He cried, claimed I was framing him out of jealousy, suggested I poisoned Grandma. Half the family believed him. I played his game. I pretended to forgive him, visited regularly, acted like the supportive brother. Eventually, he trusted me enough to leave me alone in his house. I found hidden journals documenting years of manipulation, detailed plans to eliminate Grandma, and research notes about untraceable poisons. When Grandpa presented all evidence at our family meeting, Oscar screamed I'd planted everything. The proof was overwhelming. That night, Oscar broke into our house at 3 a.m., standing over Grandma's bed, mixing opioids into her water glass. Our hidden camera caught everything. When I showed my parents the footage, Oscar claimed it was a deep fake. Then he made his fatal mistake. During a reconciliation visit, Oscar offered to make tea as a peace gesture. I watched him preparing Grandma's cup, keeping his body angled so we couldn't see what he was adding. Before Grandma could take her first sip, I knocked the cup from her hands. Oscar's mask shattered. He lunged at me, screaming that Grandma needed to pay for turning our parents against him, pulling out a kitchen knife. Police burst in. The tea tested positive for lethal opioids. One sip would have killed her within hours. Oscar got 25 years for attempted murder, stalking, and breaking and entering. My parents stood in our living room, finally seeing what their golden child had become. My mother collapsed sobbing. Not for me or Grandma, but for Oscar. The family was destroyed, but Grandma was safe. My grandparents officially adopted me at 23, giving me real parents. As officers led Oscar away in handcuffs, he looked at me. This isn't over, brother. But it was over. I survived their poison and built something better. A chosen family that chose me back. Sometimes the best revenge isn't anger. It's living well despite everything they tried to take from you.